And welcome back to Hannity, and we continue now with the author of Crippled America, How to Make America Great Again, 2016 Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump. Mr. Trump, you have dominated throughout the entire summer and now throughout the entire fall. We're less than 2 months away from the Iowa caucuses. There's been a little bit of a shift. Ben Carson has gone down a bit. Rubio and Cruz are coming up. You were kidding around with Cruz the other day saying, well, if he gets too close, I'm going to have to come after you. How do you assess the race now? Your numbers seem to be in the high to mid-30s fairly regularly.
Well, I'm winning by a lot every poll. I mean, every single poll. I'm winning every state. I'm winning all of the national polls. You see the ones that just come out. Some big polls are coming out very soon. I think I'll probably do well there. I'm having tremendous enthusiasm. I go to these meetings. We have 10,000, 12,000, 15,000 people. We get by far the biggest groups, much bigger than anybody, including Bernie Sanders. And, you know, his are tanking, but we have always had bigger than him. And it's been an amazing, it's like a love fest. It's like a movement that's going on because people are tired of stupid people running a country that it's horrible what's going on. You know, I listen to you, I listen to others, and all you have to do is read the papers every day and you see
America's in decline.
You see the stupidity.
You said America's in decline, and it doesn't need to be.
It is.
Let me ask you, you had said...
You're right 100%.
You had said about the next debate, a CNN debate, that you might not go, that you wanted the networks are making more money because of the higher ratings. And you said, why doesn't CNN take $5 million, give it to the wounded warriors? Jeff Zucker, I guess the president of the organization, said, no, he's not going to do that. What's your reaction?
Well, look, I'd like to do it, and I said that I would certainly be willing to give that a shot to get them to pay. They're making a fortune. And, you know, look, I'm not saying it. I will tell you, Variety, if you look at all of the trade magazines, they're saying that Trump is the one that added. You know, these things used to be terribly rated, and now they're getting 23 and 24 million people to watch it. It's like becoming, you know, the biggest stuff on television. And I said they should take some of the enormous profit and give it to the wounded warriors and the vets, and I want to do that. The problem is if I do it, if I actually strike until, and they'll absolutely fold 100%. But if I actually did it and they didn't fold, it would be, you know, I'm the front runner by a lot. I think you'll confirm that, you know, by a lot. And, you know, I don't want to be watching it and having them say chicken and Trump was afraid to debate. I think I've won the first debates. The online polls have all Drudge, and who's a great guy, by the way, but Drudge and Time Magazine and Slate, everybody said I won the first debates. So I don't want to be in a position where I don't do it and they say, oh, Trump was chicken or whatever word they want to use. He didn't want to debate. I just don't want to take that chance. So, you know, it's up to them. I think they should make a major contribution to the wounded warriors personally, but it's up to them. They're making a fortune. Sean, they used to get like $4,000. I know for the second debate, $4,000 for like a 30-second ad. Now they're getting $250,000.
A lot of money.
So they're making a fortune. They should make a contribution to the wounded warriors, in my opinion. But I don't want to be accused ever of being a chicken, right?
I don't know if that's an adjective that's going to stick to you. Let me ask you, the Republicans...
Well, it's never happened before, I can tell you that. So
both The Hill and Forbes reported about a meeting of big donors out of the Bel Air Hotel in California, big Republican donors, sitting around a table saying, oh, if Donald Trump, the insurgent, gets the nomination, they may not support you. And meanwhile, the NRSC sent out a memo telling candidates, by the way, warning them that you might win. And by the way, you should adopt some of Donald Trump's both rhetoric, how he dresses, the way he uses Twitter. So kind of conflicting. What do you say to establishment people that would not support you because you're an insurgent?
Well, first of all, the one memo that was sent out was a great compliment. They were telling long-term politicians that have been doing, I've only been doing this for 5 months. They've been telling long-term politicians how to act, and they have to act like Trump, and they have to dress like Trump, and they have to talk like Trump. I mean, it's going to be a little bit hard for them to get between Facebook and Twitter 10 million people. You know, I have 10 million people between Facebook and Twitter. It's not going to be so easy for them to copy me. But at real Donald Trump, by the way. But the other one was a group of people who I don't really know, but they were sort of, you know, there's a lot of jealousy. There's a lot of anger going on because nobody's ever seen anything like this. One of the really great and big reporters called me up and said, how does it feel? Because this has never happened before. But look, I built a great company, and you saw that in the filings I filed, and people are really impressed and really amazed at how great the company is. And that's the kind of thinking that we need in our country. What we're doing is, the deals we're making, this crazy deal with Iran where we're giving them $150 billion. Sergeant Bergdahl, we get Bergdahl, a traitor. They get 5 killers that they've wanted for 9 years. This is the way we deal. We don't know what we're doing. So I think people see that, and I understand that some of the establishment is upset. But remember this, in the new Fox poll, as you know better than anybody, I beat Hillary Clinton, and I beat her easily. So that's a very important element. Not only am I leading, but I also beat Hillary Clinton one-on-one.
Right.
So I think ultimately they'll come around. If they don't, that's okay. I'm self-funding my campaign, so I don't need their contributions, and I don't need them telling me what to do because they have a company where they want to, rip off the country. So I'm self-funding my own campaign. I'm the only one doing it. And I think they're not very happy about it because they won't have control. I won't be a puppet like the other guys are all puppets.
All right, Mr. Trump, good to see you as always. Thank you for being with us. Trying times, and we got to turn the country around. There's no doubt about it. Thank you for being here.
You're right. Thank you very much, John.
And coming up, liberals already trying to politicize, pretty sickening, the San Bernardino shooting. But first, is it time for the government to start spying en masse right here in America that may have ties to extremists? That's next.